As I'm sure we all know, Valorant is a popular competitive shooter that requires team play, and one of the most important rules is definitely the IGL. Now, a lot of people will never be able to see these dudes in the ranked games, like ever, or they might see them quite often because a lot of people are trying to win, get that R type shit. But the place you're going to most commonly see it is definitely in pro play, like VCT and all that. But if you never see one in your ranked games, I think you should become the IGL because usually you're more confident when you do that, and I feel like confidence is key if you're trying to win games. Step number one is definitely going to be play the game. Okay, to become an IGL, you're gonna have to have a good understanding of the game, spend time playing it, and familiarize yourself with all the agents, weapons, maps, and the like. Make sure you're proficient with your favorite agent, like a one trick. Like, no matter if people complain about you insta locking, you're a one trick. I'd rather have you on fucking Reyna, like dropping 20 than being on stage when we do this stage, dropping 1 and 20. Okay, that's just not gonna fly for me. All right, just make sure you're proficient with one agent and like just know how the game works and shit. All right, you're gonna be well off. Tip number two is definitely going to be having to know the game's mechanics. All right, Valorant has many unique mechanics that you're going to have to understand. Definitely as an IGL if you're going to want to do this shit. Alright. These include things like movement, like spray patterns, and utility usage. So a good example of movement would be like, you know how if you're playing like Jet, you can't just fucking dash into sight, alright, or else you're going to get clapped. Like instead you're going to want to smoke, look left and right. That's a good example, okay? And then like for utility usage, like how ults are going to be used, how your main abilities will be used. Like most common ways I can like describe this if you're going to be an IGL is like asking a brim to smoke like here or there. Like let's say you're playing split and you ask your brim to smoke rafters and screens when you're on attack. That's a good way of putting it. All right. And you just want to spend time practicing these mechanics or like watch videos and read guides on all of like the Valorant abilities, agents, and like maps, just so you can get like a good understanding of how each agent's abilities will play around each other. Which leads me on to learning the maps. As an IGL, you're going to need to be familiar with all the maps in the game, learn the callouts, timings, and common strategies used on each map. Like if you understand the layout of all maps, it can like help you set up effective strategies and make informed decisions. I would say this isn't really more like a tip, but like just a general like you should do this. I guess that is a tip technically, but you should watch like pro play, figure out who the IGL is, and then watch how their team plays around them and how the IGL plays around their team because most likely the IGL is going to be the center of the team, and their team is going to play to keep that guy alive because he knows how to react. Or if he dies, they're just going to listen to him and like they're going to play around that IGL. And then if you can find videos of like comms after VCTs or just pro matches in general, like I'll put a link in the description for one. Just watch how like the IGL just talks with their team. Just take that as reference pretty much. Now step 5 is definitely the most important tip that I can give you, which is calming, bro. You will never be an IGL if you don't calm. Calms are important. No matter if they're not talking, they will never talk. They have not talked. Just if there's no comms, you calm. No matter what, I don't care. You're gonna like start discovering ideas because like, well, if these guys aren't saying shit, then I have to come up with my own ideas. Okay. And you're gonna be able to like fucking lead your team to victory. I hope. You need to be able to communicate effectively and make decisions quick and stay calm under pressure. Confidence is key, like I said. Spend time practicing your communication skills and make sure you can give clear and concise instructions to your team. All right. Like I said, even when they're not talking, and if there's even one singular person, just use him, abuse him, do whatever you can, because that guy is your only hope of winning that at that point. Because your teammates are gonna follow you and that guy, okay? Or you just use yourself. All right, you are the leader. All right, you can do whatever you want. All right, that's about all the tips I can give you. But to sum it all up, becoming a Valorant IGL and comp especially requires time, dedication, practice. You just got to play the game, learn its mechanics and maps, watch pro matches, practice comms, and then just lead your team to victory. All right. Remember to be like adaptable, and you have to communicate no matter what. All right. And then just keep practicing. And even if you're fucking iron, bronze, silver, plat, diamond, ascendant, immortal, even fucking radiant, probably. All right. They need an IGL, and you got to be that guy. Okay. Anyways, good luck.